A follow-up of my previous video, which was just a rant. I noticed this little jewel right here, if anybody's looking, at Atlantic Chrysler in New York, Atlantic. So they got this F8 green Hellcat Charger, orange brake calipers, and the 2016 wheels. Now, me personally, I'm not a green car buyer, but I could see myself in that. And that's exactly the attitude you want to instill in people. You want to make people say, you know what, I would never buy an orange car, but I'd buy this fucking Lamborghini right here that's orange. You know, how do you get people to think that way? Well, you got to have a very, very, very exciting product. Now, while the interior may not be that exciting, because me personally, I would have had a moonroof in this, while the interior may not be all that exciting, and these little appliques that they snatched out of Chrysler 300 will probably end up peeling off because of all this fucking heat, because right now it's really, really hot. It's like 80 or 90 degrees out here. I think it's probably like 95 or something. It's like the orange calipers really, really set it apart. It's like this right here. It's like if you wanted like the Avengers, the Hulk theme, this is the one you'd have right here. This is a badass fucking car right there. And I don't even like green cars, but this one I like. That is fucking terrifying right there. I like that. So, while back, I made a video. They've got another one sitting in there. They got a black one. They had this rhino gray Trackhawk right here with the red premium interior that was like $5,000 extra. This thing's already sitting on the lot. So that means whoever bought this thing barely drove it and gave it right back. Why? Well, because you didn't give them a reason to keep it. And the one that's in there, the black one that's sitting in there, it's like that one's not selling. It's like they're just sitting there. You know why? Because they're boring. And it's so funny because I got all these guys from the Jeep Trackhawk forum on Facebook, and they're secretly sending me all these hate messages, all this hate mail. Like, why do you have to keep complaining about it? Why do you keep saying that? Why do you keep saying? Well, but guys, listen. If I'm not willing to accept mediocrity, you shouldn't be either. And your cognitive dissonance means a damn to me, so I don't mind saying it. And it's fun. It is fun. I have to say it's absolutely fun tearing your cognitive dissonance apart. It's absolutely fun. I love it. See that Chrysler Aspen? See, why isn't it Chrysler? Chrysler doesn't have a matching anything. This is basically nothing more than a Durango, basically. They gave up on Chrysler so much that instead of just coming back and building a decent luxury interiored Chrysler truck and having maybe just 4 Chrysler vehicles, you know, or even 3, the Pacifica, the 300, and upgrading this Aspen, what did they do? They just gave up on it. In fact, instead of making the Magnum a Dodge car, they could have brought the Magnum back and they could have made it basically a Chrysler wagon. You know, they're not even trying. They're not even trying. So here in the lot, they only have like a B5 blue, and they've got a black Trackhawk. That's all they got right now. So let's just see that. Let's just see that black Trackhawk right there. It's just sitting there. Nice. It's very nice, but it's just gonna sit there and take up space. And then they got this beautiful RT right here. This is actually very nice. Hellcat wheels, red calipers. I would have had blue. But yeah, so basically that's it for them. So let's head over to my favorite. Let's go head over to security and see what they got. They just gave up, man. I haven't heard anything about new products. We're nearing the end of summer. Haven't heard anything about new products. What's going on? I don't know. What's going on? I haven't heard anything. Redeye, that's nothing but a Challenger with a detuned Demon engine. I need something new. What you got for me? What you got new? Highway, slowing people like me down. It's like we don't have time for that shit. We're on our way to Security Dodge, see what they got. So let's see what they got over at security. You know what? I just realized there could be a speed trap around here. Let me slow down. Jesus Christ. This fucking car is so goddamn fast. Okay. So we're gonna play a game I like to call Count the Trackhawks. I love this fucking game. I love it. It's a hilarious game. Look at this wide body. Goddamn. Look at this thing. And this is the one that we saw in my video about 2 or 3 videos back. The wide body with the orange brake calipers. Okay, so they got it all shined up and brought her out. Good for them. So you got this Daytona purple 392 loaded. They should all be loaded, god damn it. I shouldn't have to tell people they loaded. They're supposed to be loaded. Okay, so let's count the Trackhawks. I love this game. Okay, last time we were able to come up with 9. Let's see how many we get this time. So this is Trackhawk number 1. If you notice, the sign that said Trackhawk is here, it's gone. Same position, same place, same Trackhawk. So by the way, if you're looking for a Trackhawk, this is where you should come. So that's Trackhawk 1 and Trackhawk 2. It's like, what is it? The count in Sesame Street, how he goes, oh, 1 Trackhawk, oh, 2 Trackhawks, Okay, so we're up to 2. Let's count the rest. God damn, this is fun. I'm gonna send this video right to FCA just to back up my belief that they made mistakes. Certain intolerable mistakes that should never be tolerated. And we got a Malibu here. I don't know what that's about. I'm not gonna knock on the Malibu. I actually like that. It's a nice little car. It's not, I'm not gonna knock it. It's not too bad. It's okay. I got 2 Trackhawks. Oh. Let's see, because they hide the good shit. Let's see if they got anything hot. Let's see what kind of hot shit they got. All right, people. Why is there water floods everywhere? Like the last place I went to, there's fucking water floods everywhere. What's going on? All right, come on. All these cop cars and shit. Cops should be forced to be in Teslas. Daytona. Jesus Christ. This looks like a fucking car club. This one's a 392. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Okay. A lot of jazz blues, I believe. Very good. All right. The time attacks. I don't see any like demons, but got some time attacks, some shakers here. Gotta love those shakers. Shakers are nice. I like shakers. All right, see they hide the good. Oh, look at that. That's a 392 SRT model in Rhino Gray, I believe. So yeah, the orange one came from right here. They got a yellow one right here. They got a white one. They got a gray one. Okay, we saw that last time. Not to belabor the point. Let's see where those Trackhawks are at. Let's count those Trackhawks. So we're up to 2, by the way. We're up to 2. Let's count them. Durangos, okay. Anybody looking for a Durango, you know where to come. Oh, Trackhawk. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Well, this is number 3. As you can see, yellow calipers, no Hellcat hood. It's number 3. This is number 4. Rhino Gray, number 4. Looks like it's about fully loaded, except that one has the red premium interior. So this is 3, this is 4. 4 has the premium red, as you can see. This one has the regular Laguna Black. That's 4. Okay, so we're up to 4. Let's see if there's any more hiding. Let's see how many more of those beautiful Trackhawks are languishing. Okay, these are all Durango 392. So once again, if you want a Durango or you want a Trackhawk, come on down to security. Tell them Big Truck sent you. So we're up to 4, mind you, 4. Okay, keep those numbers. I'm gonna hold my fingers up just like this. 5. That's 5. Oh. 6. 6 Trackhawks. Oh. 7. 7 Trackhawks. Look at the Trump finger. 8. 8 Trackhawks. This is 8. 9. 9 Trackhawks. That's 9. So we're already up to look at this. Look at this. 10 Trackhawks. That's 10. Oh my God, yellow calibers. 11. That's 11 Trackhawks. So mind you, with this 10th one, we went up to $1 million in Trackhawks. This is 11. 11 times 100,000. Get your calculators out. Do that math for me. 11. 12. Look at that. Look at that. That's 12. Holy shit. 13. My God. There's 13 Trackhawks. Oh. Count them. 13. Wow. I think that's about the extent. I can't imagine they got more of these fucking things sitting around here. That is 13. 13 Trackhawks. Holy fuck. Got 13 Trackhawks up this motherfucker. I think that's the extent. So the other dealership had 2. So, I'm not, there's no point in really adding in what one dealership had plus what the other dealership had. But if I did, and all the ones that I've seen, obviously, at these dealers, I actually come out with a number like 16, 17. Because the other dealer, as you saw, had a Rhino Gray, and then it had the black one, so that's like 2 more, so that's like 15. And then you got to count up the other dealers. There's East Hills, and then I would never do business with those motherfuckers. But, yeah, so there you go. There you go. All these Trackhawks. All these Trackhawks, man. Just languishing. It's a goddamn shame. In a second, I'm going to show you the inside of the Summit versus the inside of the Trackhawk. In a second.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Pretty good, man. How's everything?
Good.
Awesome. So this is the inside of a Summit. So the Summit is the Overland Summit, I should say, is pretty much the absolute top model that you can get unless you're getting an SRT, like me, which I have an SRT. I think, the one thing that I had wanted to bring up was, about button spacing. Something that, I've heard a lot of reviewers complain about the fact that most of these cars, even if you buy like a very expensive Porsche or Lamborghini, sometimes you got blank buttons and shit, which is something that they really should engineer out. But other than that, the interior is really, really nice here. You got this brown overlay and everything. Hopefully that doesn't start to eventually peel off because of the heat. Because the ones that I've had trouble with were usually these on the dashboard, which are pretty much exposed to heat all the time. The one thing I would like to point out, the buttons in these things, first of all, the Hellcats right now don't have adaptive cruise control, so you miss out on the cruise control on the distance setting buttons right here. You miss out on those. So right here you have the blanks. That's something that really bothered me when I bought my Hellcat. It really, really bothered me. As you can see right here, they have the park assistance button, the ultrasonic parking button, the lane departure, it tells you you're leaving the lane and this, that, and other, turning off. And then you have the engine on and off, auto stop start button. And then you have the eco off. We, turn eco mode off. Sport mode on, and then they have stability. So in order, very few of these Jeeps actually have all of the buttons filled in, which is kind of funny that they had no other way of engineering in a way where you could have no button gaps. I hate button gaps, I really do, because I expect to see a button on everything. So this is the interior of the Overland Summit. All of these Jeeps are basically the same. Some people think these things are different because they look like they ride higher, they look like they ride lower. All of these things are essentially the same. Every single pretty much button and function in mine is pretty much in this one, with the exception of the, the overpowered engine and, some trim changes and whatnot, So there's a lot of people looking for Jeeps right now. Somebody asked me to do a review on a Summit. And me personally, I don't see the point in driving one of these things because I'm already I'm doing SRT. It's V6, V8. I don't feel like driving one of these things on video. It's not really that exciting. But I just wanted to point that out about engineering out buttons like that. So let me also show you the inside of the Trackhawk, though. Or in fact, like what's this one? This one right here is like a more regular model. And as you can see, this one has the button gaps. Like you can see right there, there's 2 buttons missing. And as you can see, there's no adaptive cruise control. But let me really show you real quick the Trackhawk. I call it the Hellcat. I call it a Jeep Hellcat. So anyway, let me show you real quickly the Hellcat's interior. So if you get a Hellcat, the Jeep Hellcat, I'm calling Jeep Hellcat. I'm not calling Trackhawk. I hate that word. So anyway, if you get a Jeep Hellcat, the Jeep Hellcat has the same carbon fiber trim that my Jeep SRT has. It has a supercharged badge right here in the sill, which should have said like Trackhawk, considering that's what they were trying to push on you. You get the adaptive cruise control, but you don't get all of your buttons filled in right there. So for the most part, it's the exact same interior. I've noticed that on some of the newer ones, they started actually stitching Trackhawk, which, you know, that's something they should have done from the very beginning. But I don't know, you know, it felt like they just threw it together and they didn't really think about it. You know, it's like, I don't know, at design and planning, it's like, who thought this through? You know, nobody, it's like, it feels like nobody really thought it through. And that's the reason why you've got 13 of them just sitting there, just crying out for somebody to buy them. You know, 13. What's 13 times 100,000? It's a big number. And I know as summer comes closer to a close, the prices will be dropping on these things. But my thing is, why should you have to sell at a loss? You shouldn't have to sell at a loss. First of all, you shouldn't have to mark these things up, but you shouldn't be selling at a loss. But the problem is you're going to have to sell a loss because nobody's buying them. You're going to have to give hand jobs to get people to buy these things because nobody's going to do it. They're going to be like, yeah, well, if I want one, I'll just get an SRT model, get a 392 Durango, and then I'll have space for my family because I keep having unprotected sex with my wife and I keep on having all these extra children, you know? You shouldn't have to sell at a loss. I see I mean, it's like fall. Look at this. Fall is coming. Look at these brown leaves. Look at these brown leaves. This is no way to treat a $100,000 car. This is no way to treat a $100,000 car. I mean, winter is coming. That's what, you know, Ned Stark said. It's 20 miles on this thing. Ned Stark said that winter is coming. Winter is coming, and these things are going to be sitting here in ice and snow. Nobody loves them. You know? All they wanted was a chance at life. You see the Republicans always talking about, you know, these unborn babies who need a chance at life and everything. Well, all these Trackhawks ever wanted was somebody who loved them. That's all they wanted. They just wanted somebody to buy them and wash them and get the leaves and the dirt off. That's all they ever wanted. That's all they ever wanted. But what did you do? You didn't make them exciting. And now they just sit there collecting like leaves. You know, look at this. The spiders and the dead plants have made homes of these Trackhawks. I mean, this is no way for a $100,000 Jeep to die. Something needs to be done. Something absolutely needs to be done so that these Jeeps can get the life that they deserve. They don't deserve this. They don't deserve to die this way. This should have never happened.